Looking at the trailer for this, it made me think of... Oh man, I'm gonna blank on the name of it now. It's a game that I know I've seen people play. The newer game by the Hyper Light Drifter devs. Solar Ash? Was that it? Like, the art style and everything in this makes me think of that. When I actually booted up the game and, like, just started a new game, where it dropped me in, like, you'll notice that our character has, like, a little thing flying next to it. Kinda makes me think NieR Automata, a little bit. That's a lot of bullets. Also makes me think NieR Automata, actually, so we might actually have cel-shaded NieR Automata going on, but there's also, like, a lot of platforming, it looks like. So yeah, this is... Actually, I don't know how to pronounce this, so that's my first problem, but this is either CALX or CALX. I don't know what the right way of pronouncing it is. Flow across the warp-corrupted planet Syro. Master movement as the Seeker. Double jump, dash, levitate, and grapple through atmospheric ruins. Scan, solve puzzles, and engage in measured combat in waves of stillness and frenzy. I forget if this dev has any other games. This is the only thing on Steam, at least. Dear Villagers, I feel like I've seen that name before, though. Why do I remember their name? I don't know what game I'm thinking of that I would have seen them publish. Oh, I think I played the Simulacros demo? So maybe I'm thinking of that. They also published one of the Vampire the Masquerade games. But yeah, they've published quite a bit. So I guess not that surprising that I've heard of the publisher. Oh, they published Gravity Circuit. Okay. Which I have not played. I played the demo of that. I have not played the full version yet. I keep putting that off. I keep seeing it on sale. And I'm just like, yeah, but I have all these other things to play. Oh, they published Revita! Which I suggested to Mr. Bond, and he just played the hell out of that for several weeks. Yeah, geez, they've got all sorts of... They are apparently a pretty accomplished publisher. Oh yeah, more of the Vampire the Masquerade stuff. Oh, all of the New York stuff, apparently. Alright, well anyway. Back to the CALX, or CALX page. Man, I really wish they would have added a parenthetical telling me which way to pronounce it. CALX is an atmospheric 3D action adventure inspired by visionary sci-fi art. Explore planet Syro, vast landscapes filled with crystal structures and ancient technology. Find out what the warp did to the Quoth civilization. Wait, Quoth? I think Quake when I hear Quoth. The environment guides you, revealing secrets through exploration. The game moves between stillness and frenzy. Silent moments give way to frantic fights in a rhythm like... No, it actually says in a rhythm like waves. Contemplation. Contemplation, then action, then back again. So I guess that's in a rhythm like waves, as opposed to in rhythm like waves, because there's no hyphen. Art and music work in tandem. The mesmerizing visuals shape the soundscape, and the music breathes life back into the art. You are alone on Syro, but not lonely, a speck of dust in a vast, mysterious world. There's a quiet melancholy to wandering these forgotten places. So yeah, I guess this is probably supposed to make you think of stuff like Journey too, probably. Movement opens the world. Movement is your main tool. Double jump, air dash, levitate, and use a grappling hook to reach new areas. The world is interconnected. It opens as you gain new abilities. Rediscover hidden paths through revisiting old areas. So, Metroidvania? Okay. The world tells its story as you explore. Secrets are concealed in ruins. Puzzles emerge as you investigate. The environment reveals the past events. Oh no, this is gonna be Myst or something? Contemplative with meaningful combat. Which might mean I'm gonna stink at it. Your companion AFX travels with you and grows stronger as you progress. Combat mixes melee attacks and ranged shots. Perfect your dodge timing to gain tactical advantages in fights. Yeah, this is basically going to be NieR Automata as far as the combat is concerned, it looks like. The question is, how unforgiving will it be? You'll collect upgrades through your journey. These enhance your combat and movement skills. Find new weapons in the ruins. Each one changes how you approach fights. Fights test how well you move, not just how fast you attack. Combat areas work like movement puzzles. Your mobility matters just as much as your weapons. I'm gonna have to try to keep that in mind. Different zones, different moods. Each area has its own feel. Some are quiet and still, while others pulse with strange energy. The game values calm moments as much as action. You upgrade by finding pieces of old technology. These upgrades change how you move through the world. Choose freely which areas to explore next. CALX is about 10 to 15 hours long, reminiscent of classic action-adventure games. It's a lot shorter than NieR Automata if you're trying to get all endings, at least. Key features: atmospheric exploration on planet Syro. Vast landscapes filled with crystal structures and ancient tech shaped by visionary sci-fi art. They're kind of repeating themselves now. Movement as your main tool. Double jump, aerial dash, levitate, and grappling hook mechanics that open new paths as you progress. Contemplative pacing. A game that values stillness and observation as much as action. Interconnected world design. Gain new abilities to unlock hidden areas and discover secrets in places you've already visited. Combat meets mobility. Blend melee strikes with AFX's ranged shots. Perfect dodges for tactical advantages. Environmental storytelling. The ruins and landscape reveal what happened with minimal dialogue and maximum atmosphere. Meaningful upgrades. Collect remnants of ancient technology to enhance both combat and movement abilities. Art and music in tandem. Mesmerizing visuals shape the soundscape. Music breathes life back to the art. Yeah, like half of this is repeating the other half. They're not specific about what generation of processor they expect you to have. 6 gigs of RAM is an interesting middle ground. Supposedly requires at least a 1050 though. Alright, let's boot it up. So this was the one I'm a little worried about performance-wise because although it seems like I have more to worry about when I alt-tab out of it, fortunately it does have like, one thing that the demo I just previously played didn't have was like graphics detail settings kind of things, whereas this one does at least have that. I do need to make sure I captured the window though. Hopefully I didn't. I have also seen it crash once just by alt-tabbing at the title screen. So I hope I didn't just break it. No, there we go. It hadn't even gotten to the title screen yet. So yeah, this one may be rough around the edges in terms of still needs some like stability work and polish, but we'll see how it goes. I did tweak this. Oh boy, yeah, GPU is having a rough time right now. But that might be a menu thing like a main menu thing specifically. It doesn't show me as dropping frames, but I don't trust it. My GPU is at 112%. Also, yeah, the main menu is like it has no music, so like that's another thing. They probably intend to add music to the main menu, I would hope, because there's definitely music once you get into the game. So for languages, we've got English. That might be Chinese. French, German, Italian. There's Japanese, Spanish, Portuguese, Polish. I never know whether that's Russian or if Russian is something else, because I know that a couple of them I get confused. We've got Latin American Spanish, and that's where it ends. And it doesn't wrap around, so I have to go all the way back. So resolution scaling, I think, started at 1.5, which would actually mean it's rendering more than it needs to. So turning that down was something that I did to attempt to... Wait, I thought I turned that off. It does have FPS cap in addition to VSync, so that's good. But yeah, I turned this down before intentionally. Also, I turned text size to big, but turning text size to big does not have nearly as much of an effect as you would think it does. That's default. That's big. Yeah, like, believe it or not, the text size is changing. Barely, but it is. I don't really see a reason not to just make big be the option if that's the extent you're going. I changed that earlier. It did not remember the change I made. So that was why my GPU was getting eaten alive. Now it's not. Okay. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. And then, does it have, like... I guess you can't drill into details anywhere, can you? Um, yeah, so there's preset, but that's all there is. How many presets are there? There's medium, there's low. You can see that it's, like, affecting stuff in the background. But I'll keep it at high because that seems to be okay enough for my GPU, while I'm also streaming with it. So let's see. Aiming, camera tracking. I like that we have help text at the bottom, actually. When aiming, the camera recenters on your target if one is detected. If switching from targeting to aiming, it maintains focus until you move the stick. If switching from targeting to aiming. I'm not sure I understand what that means. It's off right now anyway. I might want to try... Like, it sounds like that's basically, like... Like, that's the sort of thing that you normally have, like, a button that you hold that does... That, like, turns on tracking targets versus not. Battle camera tracking automatically rotates the camera to face enemies hit by the seeker. Horizontal exploration camera speed, vertical exploration camera speed. That's during movement. And then okay, so there probably is like an aim button or something. Got invert if you want it. And yeah, exploration and aiming are seemingly like their own modes. Gyro aiming, which is not applicable to me. Enable gyro only in aim mode. Oh, interesting. So here's your sound settings. Everything is maxed. I hope it'll be loud enough when we actually get into the game. So we've got our movement, we've got our camera, naturally. Oh, we've got different, drone buddies. Interesting. Okay. Norma, Ram, Twin, and Yaza. This is a game that could really benefit from... Hang on, let me check. No, it doesn't. This could really benefit from a readability font. Like, throw Atkinson Hyperlegible in here, because, like, you look at this font, there is a ton of rounded letters. The N is literally the U upside down. The A almost looks like an O. Like, there's just this little tail at the end. This font is extremely hard to read relative to more, other fonts that have, like, clearer, more distinct letters. Was I in the middle of the controls when I suddenly interrupted my thought with that? Yeah, I think so. We've got sprint, which is a toggle. This is clicking the left stick to sprint. That was a thing in the other game I played too, and I forgot it existed. I could have been going faster there. I don't think that would have helped the part I got stuck on, though. We've got aim, we've got shoot. We've got scan mode. Then you've got your keyboard controls, where you have mouse aim. That's weird. Why do these say switch pod D and switch pod L? Why don't they have the four names like the D-pad directions did on the gamepad? That might be a bug. Actually, yeah, hang on. Which one was which? Yeah, RAM is down, twin is left. So they basically, like, messed up binding their localization strings or something here, I'm guessing. But those are supposed to be those other two AFX types. Sprint toggles on caps lock. Scan mode is on left control. Then in accessibility, you've got invulnerability. So that's your hit point modifier. You've got infinite energy, which is your ranged attack ammunition modifier. No resonance cost, which has to do with healing and special attacks. Healing and special attacks, huh? Is this going to be a Souls-like, actually? And one-hit kill, enemies are defeated with a single hit. That might be a good one to turn on if I find that they're annoyingly spongy. We also do have dedicated credits here, so let's take a look. Okay, this kind of goes at its own speed. I like how they group things here. If you're going to have a lot of people that are wearing many hats, group them by person rather than by function, I guess. Yeah, potentially. That's an interesting thought. One person on sound design and music composition, though. You got a collection of playtesters. You got a slightly bigger special thanks section. I'm getting quite a few Italians here, including the Discord that was mentioned there. A bunch of plugins mentioned here. Crossed-leg monumental statue with 6 arms. It's very specific. Oh, yeah, and then they've got the publisher credits. Okay. Oh, I can speed it up. Alright, yeah, we're gonna speed it up. Sorry for the scrolling. Oh, that wasn't as long as I thought it would be. There was something at the end there that I didn't really get to read. Oops. Because I was still skipping it. Alright, well, let's start a game. This was me just starting before, so I'm just gonna delete that, and we'll start new. And hopefully the audio will be okay. Like, at a decent volume. Because I don't think I can make it louder in-game. Yeah, that seems probably loud enough or close to it. Oh, that's us. Oh, and as soon as I press, like, the right stick, there's our drone. Okay, so, oh, you can see in the bottom left. Those are the 4 drone types, and right now we only have access to one of them, I guess. Let me take a look at my GPU. Yeah, my GPU should be fine on high setting right now. So yeah, we've got double jump. There's your aim mode. And you've got, there was your ammo. You know, I forget how the ranged mode worked in NieR Automata, whether you had finite ammo and a reload like that, or whether it was like a much less pronounced reload. Because like, what if I, oh, I can charge. And like, there's only a certain amount you can mash. Okay, it charges pretty quickly. And then I guess I've got a life meter at the top, and there's like a black bar under that. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, okay, yeah, now we're getting our movement instructions. Camera does move pretty fast by default. You got cores, you've got resources, quite a few of those. You've got, yeah, we've only got 1 out of the 4 AFX right now. We've got glyphs. I can't believe this isn't Darkhaven again. Skill nodes, flow clusters. So we have air dash and double jump. I have to wonder if this is like landing us in the thick of things a little bit already, and whether like the full game will actually start you with less. Isn't this kind of showing that? Yeah, this feels like it's kind of showing the same thing that this was, except here I guess you can, yeah, okay, here you can actually look at stuff. Although what's weird is, clearly it's acting as if AFX Norma is focused, but nothing appears as focused until I actually press right and left. What about with mouse? Mouse wasn't doing anything there, actually. Wait, is my mouse stuck on my other monitor or something? I don't think so. I know I was managing to test out the mouse in the menus earlier. We've got entities, myths, and tutorial. Tutorial is literally what we were getting in this section, so that's like all of our data logs. Okay, let me check the mouse. I swear the mouse worked for me before. Yeah, now it works. I just, like, pressed Alt-Tab, and now the mouse works, and it's very janky in this menu. I somehow managed to hover at such a speed that it thinks I am still hovered over quit game, but meanwhile my mouse is over die instantly. Now I have 2 things highlighted. This UI needs some work. If I use the controller, I don't think I can get that to happen with the controller. What if I use the controller and oh, once I use the controller, then the mouse is gone. Okay, but I can, if I click, it'll come back. Yeah, so you have to click to activate the mouse, so which is probably not a bad idea, just so that it doesn't activate by default, just from being like oversensitive or something. Okay. There's our sword. That's got quite a wind-up on it. I am starting to worry that this is gonna be a Souls-like. That's our sprint. That's a dodge. That's like a heavy attack, okay. Now they're reminding us to toggle sprint. Yep, okay, time to tell us to double jump. That looks suspicious down there. Why is there that one, like, red tile? Roll. Oh, aerial dash is just mid-air roll. Okay. You can only do it once, naturally. Yeah, so, like, this kind of stuff here, with, like, the red ripples and stuff, that immediately makes me think Solar Ash. From what I remember seeing of it. Got enemies. Oh god, yeah, the enemies have 2 meters. Light attack, heavy attack, both attacks can be charged by holding their respective button. Should have done that. I'm confused. My meter up top is still actually full. That was weird, because I pressed jump, and I attacked a second time. Oh, maybe it was actually just that. Oh. If you... Interesting. Yeah, so... That's tap-tap. That's tap-hold. Like, I mean, like, that's just holding and then releasing. If you hold long enough that... Yeah, okay, interesting. Yeah, so you can hold potentially that long, but if you hold through the first slash, it will basically automatically buffer a second slash. Am I supposed to aim here? Yes, okay, it did update. And it does talk about the charge shot as well. I don't think that did anything. Oh, that did. I feel like I can barely see my shots. Wait, why did you come back? Oh, that's actually enough to destroy one? Okay. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. I would... Like, I get the impression it wants me to destroy all 3? What was the aim button with keyboard and mouse? It was right-click. That still didn't work. Oh, it's still rumbling the controller even when I'm using keyboard. Was there a vibration option? Or is this one of those games that expects you to either not have a controller plugged in or use the controller? Let me check that. That in here? Oh, we have a map too. I should actually try that. Also, wait, hang on. I didn't finish looking at all this, did I? Right bumper is heal. Right bumper is also hook. Okay, yeah, that's why you have to hold the heal. Light attack, heavy attack. Oh, there was still another page there. I don't think we have the hook yet. actually just... No, I can't really get up to this thing. Okay, hang on. I can still leave. That was the sound I was hearing, was I was hearing this thing opening behind me. I don't think I'm supposed to do anything with that. There's another hallway here. Let's just go that way. Maybe that thing's really just there for target practice. Many enemies have warp masses, weak spots that can be destroyed using ranged attacks. Breaking a warp mass greatly weakens the enemy, causing them to be stunned for a while or reducing their offensive capabilities. What else have I played or seen that does this? Because this feels familiar. That's not who I wanted to attack. Oh, he's already dead. I just charge shot him and that was it. What was that option that I wanted to maybe look at? The aiming camera tracking and battle camera tracking? Yeah, see, that would probably be... hit by the Seeker. Is that my range thing? Because, like, wouldn't I have had to have rotated towards it to hit it anyway? When aiming, the camera recenters on your target if one is detected. If switching from targeting to aiming, it maintains... Let me see what the heck this means. Yeah, that's where I came from. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's look at them. Wait. I don't think I can look at the map right now. The button that allegedly does map is not doing anything. Whoa, gee, that almost didn't work. Okay, that gave us, 80 shiny things at once. I gotta say, like, the cel-shaded nature of this kind of makes it hard to perceive depth sometimes. I'm gonna try... This might ruin the stream for a minute, but I'm gonna try switching to Ultra just to see if it gives it more depth. Honestly, not really. It certainly is killing my frame rate a bit, though. Oh god. Oh god, it's killing the menu, dude. Oh, okay. I think I was hitting the wrong bumper. I was hitting the trigger instead of the bumper. I thought it... Yeah, okay, the trigger is for the sub-menu. I thought the thing had frozen for a second, because it was, like... It felt like it was, lagging and frame skipping a bit. Nope, that was just me crossing my buttons. Whoa, what did the camera just do there? That was weird. Should I go back that way? Or should I try to... That is not a ledge. That is a shadow of something much further away. What? It ate my jump. I think I need to test coyote time in this game. Yeah, that sucks. There is no coyote time. Like, that, anytime you see that ripple, that is your second jump. I am barely walking off the edge. Alright, that time I wasn't off the edge yet. That time it ate my jump. Like, it just... I pressed A, nothing fucking happened. If you're gonna make a game that is, like, heavily about platforming... Also, I got turned around. That might have been my fault, not sure. If you're gonna make a game that is heavily about platforming, you gotta at least have a little bit of coyote time in it. Alright, yeah, I tried to jump out there last time, and that ended up being a terrible idea. Maybe I shouldn't be over here. Or, well, actually. Lock target and oh! You can lock targets. What is it telling me to lock right now? I don't even know. Can I go further up there? Should I go further up there? I think I'm supposed to go where I'm going. For the time being. Yeah, so I think lock target only applies to... Well... I'm still a little confused because... Oh, wait. Yeah, which thing is my health? Because there's a gray thing that is draining right now in that lower bar. So I don't know what that means yet. But my health bar hasn't seemed to actually, like, persistently drain yet. It seems like it always refills, and I don't know if that's because we're in a tutorial or what. How am I hitting this? That works. When it wants to attack, it works. Sometimes I just don't want to attack, apparently. Okay. That was wonky. Wait, are there more of them over here? Those things feel surprisingly tanky, like even a full-blown heavy attack didn't one-shot them. Perfect dodge. Uh-oh, here it comes. If you dodge melee attacks at the last possible moment, you can activate a perfect dodge effect that temporarily stop every actions of the enemy. Temporarily stops the actions of every enemy. Or no, only of the enemy that unleashed the... I'm just trying to grammatically correct this. Stops all actions of the enemy that unleashed the attack. The range of the effect can be further upgraded with special materials. Too slow. Whoops. I don't even know if I can get this. Yeah, this is only a ranged enemy, isn't it? I don't know if that counted or not. Yeah, we're gonna call a mulligan on that one. But yeah, this is shaping up to sort of be Souls-like-esque. Except there's no parrying, there's just dodging. So I guess, like, you could also argue it's like sort of like Bayonetta and stuff like that. Am I going down here now? If I go down there, I don't know. No, that's where I was. Is there a path over here? I'm assuming this red stuff would be bad for me to step on. It doesn't want me to climb that. Or that. Can I actually, like, just destroy this? I don't think so. Oh, what about this? Guess not. Sometimes the camera, like, when you look down, the camera feels like it moves surprisingly fast, but I don't know that it's necessarily moving any faster than that, really. I don't know if I was, like, required to perfect dodge there and failed, and now I can't, like, now there's just nothing happening, or if I should be trying to go over here, or... Oh, I can go this way. Okay. So on the other side, it wasn't letting me jump on the thing, but on this side, you can just jump and climb all over it. Okay. Like, I was getting the impression I shouldn't be trying to traverse that. What's that? It's not gonna tell me what it was, but I could collect it. It made a little noise. Oh, hey, that time that was already focused. It didn't, like, show up unfocused. I don't know what I collected. Is that where I came from? I think so. Still can't use the map right now. Yeah, I was gonna say, I expect some kind of ambush. Suddenly, much more aggressive music. I should probably be trying to, like, hit this thing with ranged attacks for now. The sound feels kind of, like, off from when the attacks are happening. Oh, if I charge, it's frickin' moves really slow. Whoop. Yeah, like, even if I'm holding aim, it... Well, no, now it was still rotating slowly. Whoop, please. Seems really weird that when it stabs the ground, it makes the sound like a full second later. Oh, half a second later. Oh. It feels like it is intentionally being, like, very forgiving with the health right now. Yeah, so you can't actually shoot unless you're in aim mode. Oh, I thought it was warping when I, like, because of me attacking it. No, it's warping when it finishes a phase, I guess. Like, between attacks. Or maybe a combination of the two. Whoop. He had one hit left. Okay, that really felt like it kept giving me health back, though. Like, I'm assuming I shouldn't get used to that. What does this do? Well, at least it tells me what that one does. Twin Flame, a cluster of highly energized flow that pulses on a rhythm, longs for its other half. His other half. I guess that means we need to find another half eventually. I think I came from the other way. I'm frequently finding myself wondering which direction did I come from versus which direction am I going. Which, you know, is partially because of the, you know, very bare-bones, sometimes symmetrical environments. Whoa, what's all this? What was that suddenly a Lords of Shadow moment? Okay, then. Skill nodes. Air dash malfunctioning. Double jump malfunction. We came out of that? Oh, guess what? Now we're not gonna get the auto heals. The tutorial's over. I was surprised we came out. I was like, this is us? We came out looking completely different. I can't believe we literally just did a Metroid Prime moment. And yeah, we can't air dash anymore. Well, that stinks. I had it wrong. It wasn't that the game threw us in, you know, midway. It was that it was doing a Metroid Prime where we start with more abilities than we end up with after the initial part. Here's scan. Speaking of Metroid Prime, hold to activate the scan in order to highlight nearby scannable elements. Hold to scan the highlighted item. This is just Metroid Prime now. Oh, you have to hold it. Override console, a control station linked to the facility manual override system. Used to bypass standard protocol, and it requires a powerful energy source to activate. Alright, hang on a second. Remember when the Steam store page said, like, made it sound like this game was gonna be of few words and it was gonna do a lot of environmental storytelling? You can't say that and then suddenly decide, actually, we're gonna put the Metroid Prime scan visor in here, which is going to give you all of the words all of the time. I can't reach that from here. Okay. I feel like that became like a very slightly brighter red. Wasn't really easy to tell when it was scannable versus when it wasn't. Genesis apparatus, an enigmatic machine that seems to be connected to a larger cable system. New seekers emerge from here. Its form hints at an origin both mechanical and strangely familiar. So hang on a sec, are we actually not the same dude? Because, like, we punched the machine, but then the camera cut to us, question mark, falling out of the machine? Are we the same dude or not? Because it did say that our systems were malfunctioning. Alright, so here's what... I can't believe I was stuck there. Yeah, so now I can't scan that. And now I can. And the way it indicates that is really weird. That doesn't make any sense. At least it shows scannable things, like, pretty prominently. It's just the distance that is not as clear as it should be. Terminal online. A standard input console with a bright display. Also, real talk, the sound that it makes when you scan something, it does that, like, very high-pitched, almost crickety sound. Kind of annoying. Like, I could do with not hearing that every time I scan something. A flow-powered door. Because it's very trebly, and it kind of sounds like... I don't even know how to describe it. It sounds like insects crawling inside my head. I kind of hate it. Okay, is this going to be a different one of the drones? Because I guess we lost our drone, too? No, I think that's the same one. Powerful and versatile, able to interact with flow-powered machinery. Statue that quietly records data and communicates it to the central AI system. It can scan its surroundings. Alright, kill it with fire. I can't believe they have flock safety in here. No, I can't destroy it. AFX Containment Vault, a secure high-tech vault designed to house and contain the power of an AFX Unity or similar objects. Unity, not just a unit? Its intricate design is an echo of the form of an ancient deity. Yeah, I mean, like, this stuff is definitely trying to feel like Chozo adjacent or something. Quoth statue, an old stone statue. Okay, those both count as the same scan. Low switch. This switch reacts to AFX energy. A directed shot will activate or deactivate it and relay the charge to any linked mechanisms. So this is what we had at the beginning. It's interesting that they did not introduce scans at the beginning of the game. They're introducing those now that we have this, you know, this lull in action and stuff. And they wanted to introduce you to the action first, presumably. But it's like, now we're weaker and stuff, too, so might as well, get us used to the scanning part now, too. It's like, you gotta basically remember to always be scanning, too. Tharos' Desert. Damn, look at this. Any chance there's anything buried back here? I don't think so. Oh, do we have a map now? Map unavailable for the... Oh, that's not good. You can't not have the map in your demo. If you're gonna be a Metroidvania, basically, you gotta show me how the map works. Because the map can absolutely make or break your game. I have seen a map I've seen a map be absolutely terrible in a Metroidvania demo that, like, basically killed my, my interest or confidence in it. Because it was a side-scroller Metroidvania that was allegedly very close to launch, and I was like, you can't... Oh, well, we have fall damage. Well, that's important to know. Yeah, now our health isn't recovering. Well, that stinks. Way to figure that one out. But yeah, no, I'm sorry, I cannot... I cannot pull the trigger on your Metroidvania without knowing if the map is actually well-designed. The RDU, Rest and Deployment Unit. What else had RDUs? Something else had a thing called an RDU. Oh, wait. Wasn't RDUs the little things you light up in Blast Corps? I think that's what I'm thinking of. So yeah, no, not the same thing. The Rest and Deployment Unit allows the Seeker to restore its health, talk to Pico for mission updates, and manage equipment. Interact with the terminal to activate it, then step onto the platform to open the selection menu. Is this gonna reset enemies, though? Are we going full-blown Souls-like? Oh, what, can I scan you? Yeah, I can. It's kind of easy to miss because only the stem was red, and that doesn't really, like, highlight well. The lumen root carries the whispers of Quoth travelers. Its pale flow is said to echo the footsteps of those who walked before you. If a lumen root grows along a path, it means the way has already been walked in the past. In Quoth culture, the lumen root was seen as a symbol of luck, a guide to the lost, and symbolizes the fact that even if you're lost, you're never truly alone. Booting in safe mode. Oh, okay. Boot complete. Scanning functionality modules. Core module. Online. Mobility module. Online. AFX resonance module. Online. Flow converter module. Online. Speech module. Corrupted or missing. Warning, boot override detected. Greetings, Seeker. I am P-E-K-O. You're a personalized Echo knowledge operator. I'll be providing you with assistance while you navigate this world. So we can't talk, but this guy'll never shut up. Alright, seriously though, hang on a sec. I need to go read the store page again. Because somewhere in here they made it sound like there weren't going to be a lot of words. I realized that, like, right now the game window undrew itself. I don't think it was in the end section that it said that. The environment guides you, revealing secrets through exploration. Maybe I read too much into that. Maybe that's what it was. But somehow it was giving me the impression that it was going to be a game of few words. And that is clearly not the case. To continue talking, please approach the terminal ahead and use it. Yeah, I didn't even scan it yet, so that's not what that reacted to. Custom Deployment Unit. The RDU is a specialized platform capable of recognizing and interfacing with the Seeker. At each unit, Seeker units can arrest and restore their internal functionalities. This process requires a full cycle, allowing warp forms to form again. Yup, there you go. This is a fucking Souls-like. The RDU also enables communication with Peko, your AI companion. Oh, okay. Why do I have to jump to get on that? That's kind of awkward. Like, I already had to interact with it to open it up anyway. Good. You will be able to speak to me at every rest and deployment unit, that's typoed, you reach. Deployment had an extra E in it. Feel free to consult me whenever you're lost. For now, your objective is to get out of Tharsis, the desert we're in right now. The powerful weapon you're equipped with is called AFX, Automated Fighting Xenobot. It's not very automated if I have to, like, manually aim with it. AFXs are far more than just weapons. If you want more information about it, consult your scan database. Getting all 4 AFXs is your primary mission. Everything on planet Syro uses the same power source, flow. The desert has become corrupted and is now teeming with foes. A force that is taking over the desert is called Warp, a corrupted force that eats away anything that it comes into contact with, and the counterpart of Flow. Flow and Warp are opposites and extremely different, yet one and the same. Their nature eludes me. Now go, but be careful. Foes are crawling everywhere. Equip chips. No chips in the demo either. Let's chat. We already talked about the next objective, but let's see if it says anything different. Hello, Seeker. Flow can exist in various forms. It is also accepted by most as currency. Cycles ago, it was widely found underground and in crystal formations. Nowadays, its presence is getting scarcer and scarcer. Yeah, actually, did I lose? I guess the flow is what's in the top right. Did I lose some of that when the events happened? Your focus right now should be getting out of the Tharsis Desert. Take your time exploring. The wind is unveiling artifacts that were kept hidden for thousands of cycles. They might be helpful for your journey. As you'll see shortly, this wasteland was once host to a great war. Some war relics are being uncovered too. Be careful. Old and broken as they are, they can still be quite dangerous. Warp has turned the flora and fauna hostile. Oh, and be careful of caves. Darkness often masks danger within cave walls. Alright, so the text there was not the right color when the UI first restored. And at first I wondered if that was intentional because I've already read it, but no, now it's the right color. Talk with Peko. Salutations, Seeker. Would you like to hear some facts about Tharsis? This desert was once higher. Warp consumed the sands, unearthing what was lost, including warships and mummified corpses. So that's probably what we were fighting before? A decidedly macabre sight. The reasons for all this destruction are not clear to me, but perhaps scanning some of the hidden items will bring some of it to light. Any information you gather will be sent directly to me. What use is all this information in a dying world? Perhaps future generations, if any, can learn from the mistakes of those who came before them. Yeah, the same thing happened with the UI that time. So there's Purify, but that's grayed out. There's Upgrade Chips, but because there's no chips in the demo, that's also grayed out. So all we can really do right now is heal, I guess. Kind of unfortunate that there's all these things that the demo won't really, you know, show us how they work. By the way, no guarantees I actually make it through this demo, given that it is clearly a Souls-like, and I tend to not do well with those. Although it really depends on exactly how Souls-like. Yeah, I still can't believe that you can't one-shot those. Yeah, what is the flow that I'm collecting good for if I, like, can't upgrade things and stuff? And am I gonna lose it if I die? I really kind of wish I had some kind of air attack that wasn't a drop. Yeah, I probably can't get over there right now. Cool. How was I supposed to know that was coming? Oh, okay. Well, I see them now. Oh, wow. Are they, like, one shot to kill them? Alright, should I go back and try to, like, learn how to do that the right way? Because I just didn't look up, so I didn't see those, and there is absolutely no time to react to that. I guess you might have a split second to react to the noise and dodge. But that seems like a really jerk first move, since the game has revealed its true colors. Probably a waste of time for me to come all the way back here for this. I should have just, like, went anyway and saw how quickly I died anyway. You actually have to just stand there for a second. Like, it's... Interacting with this is about as obtuse as it could possibly be, because you can't just walk onto it. And then once you jump onto it, you already have to press A to open it anyway, right? Or does it actually... No, it opens itself. Okay, never mind. So you have to press A to jump onto it, and then you have to just stand there. I would think that most Souls-likes, you just, like, press the interact button, and that's it. You don't have to, like, jump and land and stand on it for a split second. Oh, whoops. So yeah, it definitely feels like there's polishing that this game needs. And as I said, I wish that at least the map were fleshed out in the demo, because if you're gonna make a Metroidvania, I kind of need to at least know the map is competently designed. So this is one of those things, actually. Can I scan you from here? I can. Okay. I'm going a different way this time. Warped Blip Bat, a corrupted bat-like entity that rests on cave surfaces or patrols via pre-established aerial routes. Upon activation, it locks onto the Seeker and launches itself in a fast, direct arc, detonating on impact, typically encountered in clusters. Yeah, this is literally a Metroid Prime enemy, except in Metroid Prime, they drop and make a sound, and then they hover in midair for, like, several seconds before dive bombing you, so they kind of forgot that part. So basically, if you don't know it's there and you get too close, you are taking damage. Which seems kind of shitty to me. Yeah, I could definitely see wanting to use the one-hit kill. Because, like, if enemies that I'm encountering at the beginning of the game take, like, frickin' 6 hits plus... I mean, they're reminding you that you can jump further while sprinting. But I want to try going through that they did say beware of caves, right? So you could argue that when I tried going up and into that cave, that was a terrible idea. I want to try it again anyway. Do I remember where it was? It had to be over here, right? It's funny that that message is still there. It hasn't gone away. Yeah, so you can see it from here, actually. I was not looking for it. I guess that does actually auto-aim. By the way, that setting that I turned on, I have no idea what it actually did. Wait, it's off again. Didn't I turn one of these on? Now they're what? I didn't turn that on. What the hell is this game doing? Guess I'll try both of them on for now. Because I'm curious. Yeah, so this is a cave, and they did say to beware of caves. So this will probably end poorly. But I just feel like I have to be paranoid at all times. Is that a dude up there? It looks like a dude up there. That actually hit him. Wow. I do think it's doing some degree of auto-aiming. Oh, that is scannable. A carefully balanced stack of smooth rocks, left by other travelers. Oh, it's not balanced anymore. I can scan it again. Oh. No, it's the same scan. Now I feel bad because I messed up their rocks. Yeah, so like I don't see it actually auto-aiming at all. But yeah, I guess if the enemies are always in the same exact place, then like you can learn to memorize it. So you can interrupt them, it seems like. Which I'm not necessarily expecting. Am I like way above where I was before? Oh, actually I might be on the other side of it. Looks like there might be something down there. A sealed container that only responds to specific flow signatures. Hidden Sovereign. Someone's a bot that helps you discover nearby secrets. Glyphs are special stones that grant that was weird. So, like, I think the dialogue popped up, and then the close prompt popped up, like, a second later, but it offset the dialogue, because it tried to center the whole thing, including the close button. If you can avoid doing that, that would be cool. Either just show the close button at the same time. That would be the easy way out, probably. Or don't make the centering factor in the close button, so that when the close button appears a second later, it doesn't move what you're trying to read at the same time. Gloves are special stones that grant passive abilities or stat boosts to the Seeker. You can equip up to 4 at a time and swap them in a terminal. So the one that I just got, is that auto-equipped, or do I have to... I probably have to wait until I go back. Which means you have to respawn enemies. Oh, wait, no. I can equip it. The way that message just explained it, I thought I wouldn't be able to equip it right now. Did that not cause a tutorial page? Because the last thing there was scan. You would think that the info about glyphs would have... Damn, there's 224 things in this list, and we already have some of the ones at the end. It would be nice if you could page up and down easily, but, we're kind of out of bumper buttons to do that with. Oh yeah, I haven't actually scanned enemies, have I? Alright, well, I guess that's what that excursion was for. But, yeah, they made it sound like I shouldn't be able to equip and unequip glyphs here, but I can. And there's the bot. I wonder if I should go back through that cave with the bot. Oh boy, yeah, I just remembered after I jumped that I shouldn't have jumped because fall damage, but actually I'm fine. Yeah, there shouldn't be enemies here now, but let's see if the, search bot finds anything. Doesn't seem like it. Where else useful I can go from here? It doesn't really seem like it. Alright, well, in that case, let's go back to where this message was displayed. That is still displaying. And we'll go that way. Oh, can I scan these? I can scan that. Warp cluster, a mass of twisted warp tendrils spreading across the terrain. These growths signal active contamination and ongoing instability in the area. That probably kills you. Yeah, you kind of have to, yeah, make the best use of your sprint there, because otherwise you're not going to jump far enough, so that's why they had the message. Feels bad when we had, you know, air dash before. Are we getting, like, a loading zone here? Is that why I just got some hitches? But yeah, it's funny that that message did not disappear until I came back there. What's all this? Well, to be fair, our seconds to crate quotient was pretty high. Oh yeah, I didn't scan them. Desert storage crate, a compact crate used for storing supplies or equipment. Missile, a decommissioned missile. The casing is intact but shows signs of corrosion and surface wear. Oh god, what are these? War Hedgehog, a heavy spiked barricade left over from the battlefield, designed to stop vehicles and slow infantry. I was hoping to actually hit the missile. Warped Kin, a small erratic warp form found near collapsed warp fissures or surface nests. Despite its fragile structure, the Kin lunges with surprising force and unpredictability. Behavior resembles a corrupted mimicry of Quoth movement patterns, repetitive, frantic, and devoid of hesitation, typically found in packs where their unpredictability becomes more dangerous than their strength. Warp Spit, a passive aerial organism that drifts through warp-polluted zones and is composed of pure warp. Warp Spits fire weak projectiles in short bursts when in danger, but are otherwise pretty passive. They're common in open terrain, and prone to clustering, making them a minor but persistent hazard. Oh, yeah, I got hit by that. I wonder if they have a separate scan when they're like, you know, when you hit their weak point. Supply canister, a reinforced metal canister which was used to transporting materials or fuel. Used to transport materials or fuel. I mean, I guess it was used to transporting things, but it's not a living thing, so it can't really be used to anything. Surface wear and rust indicate long-term abandonment. Downed airship. A crashed airship partially buried in sand. Debris from the wreck is scattered nearby. I keep trying to target that, and I kept looking at the airship again. Crater. A shallow crater on the surface, likely formed by a past explosion or impact event. Oh, we found the wrecked ship. Whoa, I targeted something that far away? Really? Maybe my whole, you know, thing about faraway targeting was ill-founded before? Relay crystal, a passive crystal that transmits incoming signals to connected crystals, maintaining the flow. No, I can't scan that. Core crystal, a large crystal node that must be activated by signals from others, essential for completing the circuit. Probably have to shoot those. Okay, yeah, I didn't scan this, because I just blew it up before. Breakable supply crate. May contain something useful. Why can't I scan you? I can scan you. Alright, that scanned everything. Depleted flow crystal. A flow crystal with almost depleted power. It glows faintly. Crystal status display. Displays the number of core crystals currently activated within the area. Signal crystal. A responsive crystal that relays energy to nearby crystals when struck, activating the network's chain reactions. Those seem important. Okay. Anything I didn't scan, I think I scanned everything. And I mean, those do draw your attention, so... I guess I did it good. What do these things say again? Okay, yeah, I guess that just had to propagate to everything else. I'm paranoid for bats again. Second game I played this week where an enemy was both dazed and dead at the same time. Oh, scan this. What the hell is this thing? Flow warp poppy. What? That word has an extra I in it, doesn't it? Doesn't Papillon not usually have an I after the L's? A rare hybrid butterfly that displays both flow and warp traits in harmony. That thing, look at what my buddy over here is doing. It was because of that. So basically anywhere that there... Oh, I didn't read what was on the left side there. Okay, geez, we have like a 5-hit combo that gets pretty pronounced. Oh, hello. Do I want to use that right now? I'm guessing that if you die, you're restored to the last one that you actually interacted with. Like, not just that you've seen. That would be something that would be nice to know, actually. Look at all that stuff. If I fall down there, I probably die, though. Alright, well, I guess we should use this. We haven't hit anything like... Oh, yeah, you actually have to interact with it to activate it anyway? So there was an initial interact button press, but when I came back to the same one before, it automatically opened. And then you do have to jump on it, though, so it's still kind of awkward. Does he have anything new to say? Probably not. Yeah, that's the same thing. Oh, god damn it, I accidentally did it again. There needs to be, like, a skip button. Or you need to be able to, like, mash with your like, the cancel button. Or hold with the cancel button would be better. Because, like, as soon as the last message displays, it also gives you the menu again. So, yeah, that talks about chips. So, like, the thing that one message said that I can't find in the data logs at all about equipping glyphs specifically at the, you know, the specific waypoints seems wrong, because it seems like I can equip these anywhere. And there is no menu for glyphs at the waypoints. There's only a menu specific for chips at the waypoints. So, seems weird. Are you all familiar enemies? Yes. I got hit by that? Really? He's still not dead. Damn, dude. Taking way too many hits here. Oh, can I? Okay, no, you don't have a new entry. Alright, so let's test this then, since those guys are, like, right within line of sight. Okay, the screen does do a full fade. True. Yeah, so you can see their back. It would be nice if there was an option to make that not fade to bright cyan. I am really bad at focusing on the bullets, dude. I feel like combining, you know, NieR Automata bullet hell with the soulslike is not a great idea. Yeah, I should have realized. It's funny how, like, this one fight is a huge difficulty spike. Let's test this. I presume that despawns and reloads everything. Yeah, okay. How about I just leave and don't bother with those guys? That's what people do in Souls-likes, right? It's like, I don't have time for this shit. If it sucks, hit the bricks. Except there's only bricks, only sand. There's no bricks, only sand. I assume they're not bothering to follow. They are following me. What the fuck? Oh boy, if you let that exhaust, you have to wait for it. That missed? Wow, okay. I like how one had the delayed reaction versus the other. Okay, well that went a lot better because it turns out that it, like, separated them. But I didn't expect them to follow me that persistently. Oh, I meant for that one to hold. Alright, well, he's dead. Now we're forced into a cave. Oh, I guess I've never actually scanned a crystal, have I? Honestly, the hold attack is really good. because it seems to consistently knock them on their ass. And it also prevents you from committing to the really long combo that has the 4th and 5th hit that take a year and a half. Flow Crystal Cluster. A cluster of flow crystals still brimming with energy. Large formations like these are becoming increasingly rare. See, I stopped thinking about them for a second, and there they are. Next time that happens, I have to see whether... Okay, it seems like hitting those with 3 of anything probably destroys them. Next time that happens, I really have to, like, think fast and see if a dodge works. Like, see how committed it is to direction. Oh, I can scan these. Unstable warp formation. A young formation of warp found in newly corrupted areas. Unstable and harmful to the touch. It can still be cleansed by reducing local warp concentration. Uh-oh. Why did the camera pan in that direction? Warp Grip. A mid-sized warp form that shows high levels of aggression. It relies on sudden linear charges to overwhelm targets. Its limbs are heavily warped and adapted for impact rather than agility. Warp Grip telegraphs its intent with a moment of visible tension before lunging, a behavioral window that can be exploited with experience. What is Switch View? Warp Masses. Carries a warp mass that is vulnerable just before the grip launches a charge. Well-timed shots can interrupt or disable the warp grip before impact. Has that Switch View only ever been there for, like, is this the first time I'm seeing that? I gotta remember that there is a target button. It seems like it got dazed, I guess? Oh, hello. Yeah, see, here's where I have the problem. I'm bad at, like, dealing with the bullets at the same time. Oh, did I actually just daze it? What are you? Warp Watcher. A stationary warp-borne entity found in places with high warp concentration. Its body pulses in intervals, releasing sustained projectile patterns with symmetrical precision. It seems to be connected to a larger root system that connects more of them together. Warp Masses carries multiple warp masses clustered near the lower shell, easy to rupture. Oh, I forgot I don't have double jump. I also don't have air dash though, so yeah, that's a problem. Whoa, jeez, okay. Oh, I can't believe I'm getting hit by that. Whoa. Oh, okay. Maybe if you rupture all the masses, it just dies? I don't know that I necessarily... Or it may be that I depleted its health enough in conjunction with that. Also, I definitely felt my frame rate dropping during that fight, which is not a great sign, given that, like, there were only, like, 3 enemies on screen at once. I mean, granted, they were bullets, I suppose, but, like, bullets are just spheres. Please tell me bullets are not hard to render. Alright, so I think we were going this way. Once I go this way, I ain't going back, though. suppose I'm hoping we might have another waypoint. Because I definitely took a licking there. Oh, I'm getting a blip on the secret finder, too. Does it actually start, like, going faster the closer I... Oh, yeah, I see it over there. Can I actually land on these? Yes, I can. That's a hard one to judge. Yeah, I'm dropping frames again. I'm gonna try lowering... I guess I'll try lowering the quality again. And see if that helps. Not really? It's still getting janky around here. Yeah, so, like, this is where it's hard to judge distance. Whoop, I jumped right over that. Probably easier to come back up here. I might want to, like, lower my camera sensitivity. What if I, like, actually jumped over here? That would probably make it easier, huh? Yeah, okay. I was making it harder than it had to be. Now just don't fall off, please. There we go. Anything to scan in here? No, I guess not. Oh, there's all that stuff, though. Okay. Can I scan you? Not from there. Okay. That's a lot of bloom, buddy. Shattered airship wreck. The remains of a massive airship that had been torn apart in a violent encounter. Deep claw marks are etched into the hull, and the plating has been warped. Yeah, if I could turn off bloom like that, that would be great. Like, I'm trying to read here, buddy. Hey, I'm reading here. What's over here? I mean, as much as I'm interested in what's in there, although I guess I can also go this way. I'm worried about the claw marks. Detached machinery unit. A damaged mechanical component, likely part of the airship's core system. Silence here is not peace. I can't read. No, I wasn't trying to scan that. What did I just scan that I can't actually read? Corrupted or missing? I think it had question marks. I think that's another NPC. Before we talk to there is a thing over here. Okay. Let's get our health back. I wonder if the crates come back, too. I don't know what that attack is. It might be a sprint attack. Yeah, that is what it is. We have, like, a lunge. Okay. That was weird. It looked like it was, like, shooting higher than I was aiming. Alright, let's go talk to the guy before we go further over here. Yeah, those are all things I've scanned already. Wait. Wasn't that the guy we were fighting as before? That sure looks like our guy. And now we're just a little guy. You're the new one, aren't you? So many like you have taken this path, and so many have failed. So yeah, I guess we started as the warrior. So that was what I was wondering. Because, like, it honestly looked like we spawned as a new character, but then it also said that our systems double jump malfunctioned, air dash malfunctioned. But, like, how can you say they malfunctioned when, our new little guy just wouldn't have had them to begin with? I get that it's conveying that, like, you don't have those skills anymore, but I don't know if there's, like, a more simple way of conveying that, given that you're a different character at that point. Unless it's trying to convey that, like, the warrior tried to, like, what's the word? Try to transmit those systems to you. when you were born, or when you fell out of the machine, or whatever you fell out of, and it just didn't work. So many like you have taken this path, and so many have failed. This desert is sinking, Seeker. You must be careful not to sink with it. He makes funny voice noises. An unsettling voice, you say. Unlike yours, I guess. An unsettling voice echoes through the wind, coming from the depths of the earth. Ancient enemies are awakening, possessed by a new power. If they overwhelm you, remember there are many ways to enhance your strength, but not in the demo. Every battle takes a toll, not just on the body, but on the mind. An intelligent warrior protects more than just their own skin. Oh. Okay. There's nothing to trade, not yet. As in, I don't have any? Were those not the things that I was picking up? I forgot what those were called. The desert was once host to a great war. Everybody keeps talking about that. They sent their machines to die for them. What does it say about a war when even its victors are dust? Alright. Yeah, even now that I've lowered the detail or quality to medium, it's still, like, when there are a lot of, you know, polygons or vertices on screen, the game doesn't seem to handle it well. So let me see one thing. Can I see warped cores in here somewhere? I'm not sure I can. So these are the enemies. There's 70 enemies. I don't know if that reflects the full game or if all of that is within the demo. I would expect it to be the full game, though. Does this show, like, the items and stuff that I've collected? Reckon we haven't gotten any of those? Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know if it's that I don't have any warped cores, or if if he has nothing to trade. Assuming the latter. Also, I'm realizing I'm gonna have to call the stream pretty soon. I don't know how far the demo goes. Are those? Yeah, those are new. Swarmer nest, a warped nest that grows from corruption. It will keep spawning swarmers until it gets destroyed. I don't know that I'm destroying it, though. Oh, I guess I can scan them too, probably, huh? Warped Swarmer. A fast, volatile warp minion spawned from infected nests. It flies erratically toward threats and detonates on... Oh, shit. Well, I love how many times I scan something, like, right as I'm about to eat shit. Swarmer units are fragile but effective at interrupting movement and forcing disengagement during larger fights. Yeah, look at that. Oh, jeez. That's a pretty big explosion. Oh, I actually erased them. Okay. Okay. There needs to be better hit feedback, dude, because I thought I wasn't doing anything. I gotta wait for a reload. Yeah, it's like the same thing that happened, like, way earlier. Anytime I'm hitting something at a distance, there's 0 hit confirm. You need a sound for hit confirm or something. Because apparently... Well, that was some, itching, presumably due to loading zone. It's actually spawning them from that distance. That somehow didn't hit me. Okay. Sometimes it's like... Yeah, sometimes it's not repeating my shot when I think it should. Yeah, see how you can hear that break? There needs to be something like that for every hit, so that you know it's hitting. Might be enough. Might not be enough. Am I even hitting it? Oh, yeah, there it goes. That? Yeah, that's probably death. Okay. I mean, it might not be... I don't know if it's instant death or if it, like, does a certain amount of damage first. Yeah, it seems like the hold attack is very good at stunning things. Didn't I see another crystal down here? Might have been all the way over there. Yeah, I think when it drops frames, it also, like, the thing is, it's not pegging the GPU. I really don't know what's going on. I guess we're going down there. Kind of worried that one of these days I'm gonna, like, lunge myself off the cliff. Oh, hi. Yeah, Dylan... Oh! I've never seen it do that. Okay. I don't know if it only does that... Hello? Why are you not getting hit? Thank you. That was weird. I don't know if that's, like, specifically, like, a buzz-off, get-away-from-me kind of attack. Almost didn't get that one. It would really be nice if there was some kind of auto-fire. Also, I sure seem to not be hitting that at all. It's not showing up red. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Oh, I hit all of them. Nice. you really not hitting that? Like, come on. Okay. Really need hit confirm. Oh, that's bad. Honestly, slashes are surprisingly good at dealing with these guys. Like, I don't trust it to work, but it totally does. Yeah, we're still going down. Oh, what? Next time, could you, like, actually target the dude that I'm telling you to hit? Like, come on. Whoa, there's a gap there, isn't there? Yup. I want the stuff that's over there. Actually, each hit does make sound on those. It's harder to hear the individual hits. That missed. Oh my god, they make like pouring bouncing noises from Ragnarok Online after they've been grounded. Alright. Well, I guess I can't say it's as brutal as I expect Souls-likes to be from their reputation. Do you say anything different? Probably not. Still the same thing. Did it again, dude. There needs to be a way to bail out of this. Yeah, it's like they clearly have do nothing bound to be on like the main menu of that. Don't fall off. That's a little bit rude. Oh, that's just looping back around to where I was. I should probably actually think of wrapping here, really. Getting pretty late here. Oh, shit. Okay, we got you. Also, I don't know how easy or hard it is for people, like, watching to hear, but, like, there is, like, a confirmed sound when you destroy individual, like, nodes, I guess? What is that? Warped Resonance Crystal. A warp-tainted crystal tuned to the door's frequency. Its unique resonance sustains the lock from afar, and its presence can be detected by a subtle sound signature. I was gonna say, there's clearly an audio tell. Oh, okay, and every time I hit one, it's gonna show me what it does, apparently. It's kind of distracting, actually. Like, I feel like they don't need to... Like, do that when you hit the last one. You don't need to do that every time. I have to wonder if they did that because people weren't scanning it beforehand to find out what it does. But, like, still, once you find the last... I guess the one good thing, the one bit of signal is, like, it tells you how many to expect. What else am I hearing? Oh, I guess the door itself makes noise. I should scan the door itself, though. Orbed resonance door. A fortified barrier sealed by distant corrupted crystals. The door's lock is sustained through resonance, and the barrier can only be released when all linked crystals are destroyed. Can I go down there? I might regret doing this. Might be something down here. There is. Yep, you gotta go there. And you immediately hear the door stop. Some item around here, though. Kind of surprised that this glyph doesn't, make noise, but it might be annoying if it did, I guess. So I'm trying to, like, make sense of... Get more frequent as you get closer. Now it's less frequent. I think. Oh, wait, what about around here? I tried to jump and it just ate it. I don't see a way of going further that way. Unless I... Wait, does this... can I scan that? No. Thing is, there's a platform on the other side. Oh boy, that does work. That's kind of dubious. Like, that seems rude to expect you to be able to perceive that. That is the same scan. Okay. Resonance core fragment. A fragment of a resonance core. A total of 4 are needed to create a full one. Is this our heart container pieces? Oh yeah, and you can see it was going absolutely haywire there. I need to survive on the way back, don't I? Alright, I think we're good. But yeah, this little secret finder thing is kind of useful. I would hate to have to unequip it to want to equip other things. Does that fragment show up anywhere here? Oh yeah, it's on the left. So resonance... Okay, right. There's health, resonance, and perfect dodge, which I haven't been using at all, by the way. Has 2. But I guess that means you can, like, increase the window on that? Resonance is might be related to our, like, basically our clip size. Or the, AFX. Is this gonna be a cave, or... Yeah, so that's still... I got spooked by the secret finding drone thing for a second there. I think there's gonna be another save point here. I think so. There might be a boss here, dude. Yeah, that might be what that looks like. The thing is, should I go back and save so that I don't lose the thing that I got? Or should I just frickin' go with it and we'll see if we lose it. I'm assuming I will. It won't really matter for the sake of the demo, probably. I probably should have tried to scan it first. Static Warp MS-20. A stationary combat bot common during the war and long since taken over by warp saturation. Now fused into its surroundings, the MS-20 functions as a corrupted defense unit emitting high-intensity blasts and pulse projectiles from its reinforced arms. Though immobile, its threat radius is wide and its attack rhythm accelerates under pressure. Warp masses. It has hidden base warp masses embedded in each arm module. These weak spots become exposed only when the MS-20 is stunned. That might be a tall order. Destroying a warp mass severs the connection to the corresponding limb, disabling that weapon system entirely. Time staggers allow for progressive dismantling. That sounds important, though. Okay. Yeah, I think we saw that in the, Oh, geez, okay. Oh, there they are. No, I ran out of... I guess I got it anyway? It doesn't seem to be disabled, though. Oh, there you go. The other one's kind of like hidden or something. I don't know, like it looked like the other one disappeared again. I think it's almost dead anyway. Yep. Do I need to run? Suddenly Star Fox 64. Just needed like the hit plus 50 on it. Did he do that? Because it kind of looked like a laser came from afar. Seeker, you are not yet ready to face what lies ahead. Desert hides only the weakest of your enemies. If they prove too much, the path beyond will break you. You must learn what it means to be strong. Those who came before you were not. This is a warped core, one of the most powerful and dangerous sources of energy on Syra. Okay, so we hadn't seen one of those before. That's the thing that we traded them for. If used correctly, it slows the spread of warp, fighting fire with fire. Bring me more and you'll receive a reward. Wait for you at the Fallen Warship. Scan it. Can I not scan it? I can't scan it. Pulsating massive warp. Bring it to the warrior for a special reward. Okay, and that also dissipates... all of the, warp that was... that had me, stuck in place for the fight. So can I just... yeah, I can just ride these. Can I... oh, wait, I can scan this. Warp pool. A concentrated pool of warp where unstable energy naturally rises, forming ascending platforms. But apparently this warp is perfectly safe. So here's the problem. When it gets to the top, is it just gonna, like, dissipate and drop me like a rock? No, you have time to get off of it. Okay. Well, that explains how we were gonna get out of there. Okay, and it does dump us right back here, actually. Can I actually jump over there? That doesn't seem like it. Alright, so we might as well use this again. I wonder if this is the end of the demo, so I'm gonna go talk to the guy again and see. Because that would make sense. He did say bring him more, though. Warp sees you now. Onward, Seeker. Your journey has just begun. Alright, so we can exchange this now, right? In my travels, I have found several skill nodes, fragments of forgotten motion. I can interface with the... There's a thing in the background that seems very not okay right now. I can interface with the flow in your body, Seeker. I will trade them to you in exchange for more warped cores. You have new places to reach. That means more secrets to uncover. We will meet again. Okay, we got air dash back. And he's gone? So I should have tried talking to him again first. Was this door always here? I guess that's not the end of the demo. I'm guessing that door might not have opened before. We, like, heard it as soon as I, like, got the thing from the guy there. I guess I might as well save again, and then we go through the door and see what's there. I don't know, this seems like a pretty cool game. There's definitely, like, things that seem like they need more polish and stuff. Hopefully optimization is one of them. But I didn't even think I would get this far. As soon as I saw, like, the frickin', you know, bats that give you 0 frickin' reaction time, I was like, well, this might be bad. Alright, yeah, so they're reminding you of aerial dash now. That's probably quicksand. It sure is. I'm dead now. It didn't deplete my life bar, though. Actually, it just respawned me here. I'm surprised it didn't do anything. I wonder if that's actually how it treats that. Okay, you can cheat that one. Uh-oh. This might be bad. Oh, nope, good enough. You actually, like, hit ground before you see it. Does this actually go back? I keep, like, I keep repressing sprint, and then it, like, unsprints. Because it's supposed to be a toggle. But I'm, like, always paranoid that I need to repress it in order to sprint again, but I don't. Wait. You, highlighting anything? No. Okay. I'm actually, like, trying to use the scan visor to check for bats. Because it will make them much more apparent. Although, I mean, they do have a big glowy spot anyway. What is this? Oh, I got one of these. There's a big ring down there for some reason. But it suggests I already scanned something like it. There you go, we did hit the end of the demo. Okay. So it gave you a little opportunity to, you know, see where you would be going next with the air dash. I don't know if there were any good opportunities for using it in the previous section, like revisiting. I don't know, that was actually pretty good. Like, I don't really generally do soulslikes, and this definitely has the makings of a soulslike, but I actually didn't die during the demo, so that's something. Why is there this sound? Why is this droning sound happening? If I quit the... Wait. Oh, I can actually just go back there, and then it won't make the sound. That's probably good, yeah. It's because I was holding that button. Okay, yeah, so this is actually just like, that's the end of the demo. That's... yeah. But you can also presumably turn back and actually just, like, go do other stuff. But yeah, no, this was, pretty decent. I wasn't sure, when I watched the trailer, I wasn't sure whether it was gonna be, like, brutally difficult or extremely rude. And the bats were rude, but other than the bats, like, I don't think I ever used the heal, even. Like, I technically always had one, and I never actually tried using it. How long does it take to use? And also, I don't know if that technically canceled it. Like, I actually, like, let go of it, but I also heard the sound, so it might have, like, I'm guessing it's one of those things where, like, you commit to using it and consume it anyway. That wasn't a good test on my part. But yeah, no, I still do wonder. I mean, at this point, I wonder exactly what balance of, you know, NieR Automata on the one hand with the, you know, your turret buddy and Souls-like it's actually trying to be. Because it definitely has some Souls-like mechanics. It doesn't do parrying, though. It only does perfect dodging. Which is more like, you know, NieR Automata or Bayonetta even. And other than that one section where there was like 4 enemies at a time that seemed like kind of overwhelming right after one of the waypoints, things seemed pretty manageable. They definitely did like stack them at some point, so like I definitely expect the difficulty to mount. But I wonder if it'll actually be more on the reasonable end. I do still think that, like, there can be times where it becomes hard to judge distance because of the drawing style. Like, right here, is there a cliff here, or is it actually just... No, in this case, it's actually not. But it's like, you're looking at that line from that angle, and it's like, is there a cliff there, or is there not? And sometimes the shadows will tell you, and sometimes it kind of feels like they won't. Sometimes things look flat when they're not. And then it can get a little confusing, which, you know, is a little bit of a problem in a platformer. But it did seem like in quite a few of the places where platforming was emphasized, they tried to go out of their way to make the platforms clearly indicated. So, yeah, this seems kind of promising. So, CALX. I wanted to check if there was a release window for this, because I don't think I paid attention to that on the store page. No, it's to be announced. So, we don't know yet. Oh, that was... Why did it try to open... Oh, because tab is the map button. And I alt-tabbed, so, yeah. I am curious how the map's gonna work, because, like, maps are always kind of a tougher thing to do in a 3D game, anyway. Like, Echo Point Nova has one. Although I feel like in Echo Point Nova, it's more to give you a general lay of the area, rather than, like, precise specifics, which I would guess maybe that's kind of what this is gonna do, too. I don't know. But that's one of my biggest curiosities, is how is the map gonna pan out? Because, like I said, I've seen that make or break Metroidvanias before. But yeah, I don't know. Seems like a good start. I hope it continues to improve. And given that it says to be announced, we don't even know what its release window is. This could still be, you know, like alpha, for all I know. In which case, you know, the rough edges are to be expected. So, I don't know. Seems, like I said, I enjoyed this more than I thought I might, so seems pretty good. I hope the developers continue to do some good work on this, and we'll see what happens.